Good morning and welcome to the Morning Outlook. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now for this morning, Australian shares are likely to start the day higher. Now that's ahead of the US Federal Reserve's decision to potentially wind back some of its COVID-19 stimulus. Yesterday, we saw the market end in negative territory as miners, banks and insurers weighed on the index. At the closing bell, the S&P ASX 200 was 0.6% or 47 points lower at 7,324. As for the sectors, 5 out of 11 closed in the red. Materials became the worst performing sector, down 2.1%, followed by financials down 1.3%. The best performing stock of yesterday was property giant the Goodman Group. They closed the day 5.6% higher. Now this was following an upgrade to their financial year 2022 guidance. The worst performing stock in the S&P ASX 200 was Whitehaven Coal. They closed the day 9.5% lower. We're going to look at some local business news from this morning now, and AMP has announced the divestment of equity interest in Resolution Life Australasia. They announced they'd agreed the divestment of 19.13% equity interest in Resolution Life Australasia for $524 million, and that's to go to Resolution Life Group. The sale will complete AMP's exit from its former life insurance and mature business called AMP Life, which it sold to Resolution Life back in 2020 for $3 billion, and that includes equity interest in the company. AMP says the divestment will strengthen its available capital by around $459 million. This also provides further flexibility ahead of its planned demerger of AMP Capital's private markets business. Moving on to another story now, BHP Lonsdale Investments, that's a wholly owned subsidiary of BHP, is currently in discussions with Wyloo Metals. That's regarding its potential to support and acquire Noront Resources. Now, Wyloo Metals is a mining company in Perth. Noront Resources is a Canadian-based mining company with ownership or a controlling interest of all the major discoveries in the Ring of Fire to date, an emerging multi-metals area located in the James Bay lowlands of northern Ontario. The company is developing resources that will be essential to a decarbonised future that includes nickel, copper, chrome and platinum. BHP's offer is 75 Canadian cents per share offer. Moving on to another story now, and Renogen reports over 600% increase in 1P helium reserves at its flagship Virginia gas project in South Africa. The production right area covers 187,000 hectares around the towns of Welcome, Virginia and Theunissen. Renogen does hold a valid licence over the area until September 2042 and also holds 100% of the economic interest in the production right. Now, impressively, 1P helium reserves have increased by 620% to 7.2 billion cubic feet, and 1P methane reserves have increased by 427% to 215.1 billion cubic feet. Well, now it's time for a very short break here, but stay tuned for more news set to affect the trading day.
Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV.
Welcome back to this morning's Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones and you're watching the Morning Outlook Report. The Australian dollar fell sharply to 74.28 US cents. That was down 1.3%. Partly due to a stronger greenback. Now, the US dollar was boosted by the latest batch of earnings reports as investors await US Federal Reserve's plans to taper its massive stimulus. That was for COVID-19 pandemic. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones rose 0.39%, the S&P gained 0.37%, and the Nasdaq advanced 0.34%. Back home, yesterday's decision from the Reserve Bank of Australia saw the possibility of a record low 0.1% cash rate to rise in late 2023. Now, that's a year earlier than expected. And looking over to commodities, oil prices declined as traders appeared nervous ahead of the key economic data due from OPEC's meeting. Brent was at $84.52, that's down 0.22%. US crude fell to $83.52 a barrel. Safe haven coal fell as stronger US dollar weighed in on it. Spot gold was down 0.3%. The US Gulf futures settled down 0.4%. The most actively traded iron ore futures on the Dalian Commodity Exchange for January delivery fell 10%. The daily trading limit to 565.51 per tonne. That's their lowest level since the 18th of November 2020. Meanwhile, Bitcoin rose 4.3% to $63,000, 544.84 cents. That's all from me for the Morning Outlook Report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.